Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Listen. Obadiah. All right, so the reason, the foundational reason why you raised your child, you know what I'm saying, as a young man, right? But you did it the best you could, right? You did the best job you could, right? But what was it founded on? You see what I'm saying? What he's going into is the foundation is off. The reason why the foundation is off is because we, as black men, black women, Hispanic men, Hispanic women, and Native American men and Native American women don't realize that we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. We don't realize that the Bible and the instructions in the Bible are given to us to keep so that we can raise our kids according to God's laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So, yeah, there's no, like you said, there's no attack on you, because at the end of the day, you had to do what you had to do. You got to do the best you can with what you have. But what is it based on? It's based on the world. Like, for example, your son probably, the sister he had a child with, whatever, doesn't mean he didn't care about it, whatever, but the thought is not to marry the sister. The thought for a sister when she lays out with a man is not to marry them. It's to have that, that release, that kind of like moment of pleasure to take away what? The pain of oppression and the ways of this society that we are stumbling through right now. Right? Ecclesiastes 7:7. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Hey, this brother here. Hey, listen. I want you to listen what this scripture say about this. Come on, listen.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7.
Check this out.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's the problem. We're not mad enough. We go through life just doing whatever the best we can, but we not. What is it that we should be angry about? The oppression. What kind of oppression? Where are we mainly in? The ghettos. What kind of health care do we get? The worst. What kind of school systems do inner city kids get? The worst. And it goes on and on and on. To what? What does it say? From the cradle to the prison. From the school to prison. You know what I'm saying? You can't chastise your children when they're young. You can't, if you spank them, you could possibly go to jail, or you can have your children taken from you. Does that sound like the biblical way in which you raise your children? No, it's not. But this is why. Jeremiah 17:4. You teach them right. You teach them to destroy themselves and to be destroyed. Because if we can't, isn't it interesting that we can't spank them, but the first thing you see is the laws, they put their hands on them immediately. Right? That's like the first, that's the go-to right there. You know what I mean? But part of it is that we didn't teach our kids, so now they're disrespectful though towards authority, and the authority don't have no patience for it. They gonna put their hands on them immediately. That's why we see our kids getting beat down by the police. Sometimes it's justified, not justified the police brutality, but to justify the fact that you go against the authority, you go against the laws. The consequences are gonna be dire. Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemy.
Wait a minute. When we get discontinued from our heritage, the heritage which is the Bible, the heritage which is the law, statutes, commandments, when we get discontinued from that, what will ultimately happen? Read that part again.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
We will then have to serve our enemies. Come on.
In the land which thou knowest not.
So this land, it said in the lands that you know it's not. Our land, our homeland was Jerusalem. Our homeland was Israel. but we got scattered because of captivity after captivity after captivity, because we continue to break God's laws, statutes, commandments. The first captivity from which we came out of, one of the first, what was it? Egyptian captivity. What did the Most High do? He led us out of captivity by the hand of, led by Moses. But when we went into the wilderness, what happened? We began to turn what? To idolatry. We began to murmur and complain, and all that were led and saw the miracles of the Red Sea being parted and the hand of God moving for them, all that generation perished in the wilderness. A track that should have took 3 days to get to the promised land took 40 years. 40 years. All right, read that again.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
So we kindled a fire in the anger towards God because we broke God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. So just the same, when we have sex outside of wedlock, what's the consequences? Single parent households, unwanted pregnancy, venereal diseases, okay, on and on and on it goes. Broken relationships, hatred, bitterness. These are the things that result from us breaking God's laws. The simple thing is, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed is undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. That does not even make our people fear at all. We continue to do it. We are the least married nation of people on the face of the earth. Single parent households, the black man, the Native American man, the Hispanic man has been pushed out of the houses.
You are shackles.
That's why the scripture said, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart. What's the gift? Welfare. That's a gift to the sisters. Why? Because everything is taken care of by the government, but it destroys the mind. Why? Because that same mind is never going to think to get married. That same mind is never going to think to bring a black man or Hispanic man or Native American man back into the house. Because why? The welfare will be lost. So surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the mind, the heart.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong